everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, August 15th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video. I just recorded this video, published it, thought everything was good, and happened to listen to it, which I find myself not even listening to my own recordings now, and I realized the audio was complete garbage. There was some major static or interference with either the recording or when I produced the video and compiled it. So I am on take number 2 right now, and I am a little pressed for time, so I think we're going to go a little bit quicker here. But this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring some strong technical stocks, names that we're paying attention to on our watch list for you to see if they fit your trade setup, your strategy. We got 5 names this week, 2 from our list, 3 from our partners over at Investors Business Daily, their stock lists where they curate based on a handful of different criteria. They have multiple lists. You can find more in the description, a link in the description to today's video. And one other sort of caveat or disclaimer here, as always, do your own due diligence on these names, but today is a tough day out there in the markets right now. We look at the S&P 500, it's down 1% right now. NASDAQ 100 down 1.5%. So things are a bit ugly out there. All the names that we're looking at today are long ideas, but they are not ideas that are made to just blindly go out there and buy right now. They are simply names that are holding up well, that are acting strong. And if we do start to catch our footing in the market when this pullback runs its course, these are names that I would pay attention to for a possible lead onto the upside. So keep that in mind. I'm not advocating or I'm not blindly trying to be a firm bull here. These are simply a curation process that I do when markets are weak. So let us jump in here to the first name. We're gonna go through these pretty quick. First is Pfizer, PFE. This space has been hot here over the past couple of weeks, couple of months really. If we zoom out just a little bit, you see a nice long-term uptrend, recently broke out and accelerated higher over the past 2 months or so. And if we take a look at today's action or even this past week's action, really just shrugging off today's weakness, holding high and tight. We saw a nice volume surge come through on this July to early August move. We're seeing volume taper off in this consolidation here. So I like the compression. I like the resilience here. PFE is one that I'd be paying attention to. Next up is totally opposite setup here. This is one that has been getting hammered recently. This is Alibaba. This is certainly weak, tied to the China trade, the China weakness that we've seen overseas here. And the reason this is in focus here today is because it's down about 20% off of its highs from just about 2 months ago. And it is now testing, as of today, a very important long-term level. This 167 area, give or take 3 points, has been where the stock has found buyers, found support over the past year. And you can see we are back here again for the 6th time or sixth or more time. And this is a spot where, again, we've seen some nice inflection points and reactions. So very simply, we want to pay attention to the stock here, whether you're a bull or a bear, whether or not you think this is a topping pattern, that's totally fine. Then you'd be looking to short continued weakness here. Maybe it kind of flags out in some type of bear flag and then breaks down. That would be your cue to get short. If you're a believer in this stock, maybe you're a long-term investor, or if you're just an active trader and you're looking for buyers to show up here like they've done many times in the past, then Alibaba once again here would be something to pay attention to. So I'll leave it to you to decide on how you would want to trade this stock. But for now, and as we look at it here, just based on pure technicals, it is at an important area. It's down 20% in a couple of months. We've seen volume kind of pick up here. So let's pay attention to it. Next up, we have a name from IBD's list. This is CPRT. So again, just nice relative strength here, trading just under its all-time highs. You can see ignoring all of today's weakness and firming, holding green here, reversed after, was red earlier in the day, reversed, it's holding green. But more importantly, we just kind of zoom out here, and again, it's on its merry way, moving sideways just under its all-time highs, trying to what maybe looks like a higher low to get put in here. And if we can get continuation higher tomorrow above, say, $60.50 or so, or above the top end pivot here, depending on where you want to place your, your importance here for a trigger. That is something I'd be paying attention to. I like the relative strength, like the resilience here. So CPRT is one that I'm paying attention to. Next up, we have WWE. So here's one that is really just quietly moving sideways here. And WWE has, I think, doubled or tripled, close to a triple here over the course of just 2018. So it's had a remarkable run. It topped out just a few weeks ago around $86. It is pulled back and is getting nice and tight right now. So I like tight patterns. Tight patterns. As my Boston accent, I think, came out there. Tight patterns here, especially after stocks had this nice run, a little compression in volatility and in range. So I'd be paying attention to this. If we start to get a lift over, say, $80.50, maybe this turns into some type of pullback continuation pattern that we would continue on our way in this uptrend. Or if you think that this stock needs to pull back and break down and just see a bigger kind of pullback after this 250% move, then I'd be paying attention to these recent lows that have been holding over the past week or two. Last up, we have ERI, and this one here is again from IBD's list, and this is one that's a little more actionable today. That you can see the volume surge down here. It usually does about 700, 800,000 shares of volume per day, and today it's already at almost 4 million shares traded, and it is not the end of the session yet. So I would be watching this one. This has been in a long-term uptrend over the past couple of years now. It's trading just under its highs as well, and again, we're seeing a nice kind of break of the short-term resistance. Hasn't quite cleared to new highs yet, the all-time highs here in July. So let's pay attention to that. I think this is a name of potential sort of day one mover right now. So you may find this interesting if you're looking for that relative strength kind of breakout setup that is in motion. So that is what I have in this week's video. A little bit quicker because I'm trying to get this second video done in time. But hopefully these names are something that help you or fit your trading strategy and watch list. So thank you so much as always for tuning in and watching. Next week, be back Wednesdays for the Trade Ideas video. Have a great rest of your week.